Go? Oh. I forgot that that's how we're doing that. Okay, start that over, please. I remember when he sent me directions for my first time going to his house after we met. The directions went something, and this was 20 years ago, so I mean, it is ingrained in my mind, but I am recalling some things from 20 years ago. It went something like this. When you get off the highway, turn right. Go to the road T's and take a right. Follow that around. Go into town, and at such and such a building, turn south. Then he went on to say in the email, because that's how we did directions then, was something along the lines of, that road is going to take you out into the country, go over the river, and once you're past the river, take your left, and then so on and so forth. I thought it was a joke. I really thought it was a joke, because I didn't know people actually gave directions that way. I didn't grow up out in the country. I just grew up in a little town. I mean, not even a little town, just like a normal sized town, a college town. And yeah, so I had no idea that that's how people that lived out in the country gave directions. Like, where are the street names? Only to realize that they're all numbers for the most part. Anyway, hey, my name is Meg White, and welcome to Haven Hill Homestead. I have been a photographer for 20 years. It's something I'm really passionate about. I'm really passionate about telling people stories. It's something that I know life is so short, and when you experience things throughout your life, I think it's just normal as you get older and as you have just more life experience, that reality makes you want to make sure you're doing what you're called to do, what you're supposed to do. And telling stories has been mine for a long time. And I've been telling other people's stories for a long time. A very long time. And I love that. And that's not stopping anytime soon. But I think it's now time to tell our story. Partly just for us. So this is something that we can pass down to our kids, to our grandkids. Just the story of who we are and how we got here. How we got here to the country and how we got here to Haven Hill. I knew before we even officially closed on this place that it was gonna have to have a name. Partly because I'm just a word person, but I just really felt like God was putting us on a different journey. And so it took us a year to name this. I mean, we just named it a couple months ago. And the reason it took me so long is because I actually had forgotten. Like, I was going throughout journals. We hadn't agreed on really a name. Our kids laughed at some. Jason laughed at lots of ideas that I had. But then as I was going back through journals, I kept seeing the word Haven popping up in my writings. And I was like, oh my goodness, Haven, that needs to be incorporated. And we live on a hill. Not quite so apparent from the front, but very apparent in the back. And I was like, Haven Hill, let's do that. Let's do Haven Hill. And he liked it. So this is Haven Hill. My hope, my dream, my passion is that this truly becomes a haven. We'll unpack that as we go, I'm sure. I'm confident we don't even know all that means, but that's the goal, is that it becomes a haven. So that's where we're at. And as much as I do love telling other people's stories, when you tell your own, the journey that you're on makes you a little bit more vulnerable. No, that's not always like super comfortable to be in. But we have so much to learn out here. Like, we have some animals. We have chickens and ducks and bunnies, obviously barn cats, to keep all the mice out of our vehicles, because we were not even here for a month when we realized we had some lovely little mice in our vehicles nibbling away. So we have barn cats and we have a dog. The goal is to only expand that, at least my goal. And we did a pretty small garden last year, and the goal is to expand that largely this coming year. And I'm excited for that. So we want to take you along as we're learning. And we want to learn from a lot of you, because I know there's a lot of people that know way, way, way more. Yeah, we read and we research. I do. I love doing that, but it's really tested when you're actually living it out. So I hope people will come along on this journey with us and comment and share the videos, and that they will get in the hands of people that can actually then teach us as well. So anyway, that's just kind of where we are. This is the beginning. This is the beginning. This is the beginning of our journey. And the intention is that it will be vlog style, primarily covering lots of different things. I don't envision myself sitting down doing this often, because what I really want is to actually show what we're doing out here. So here's to restoring this place that needs definitely some love. I've called it a labor of love for a while. Here's to growing a garden and planting seeds, just like the seeds that were planted in my heart when I pulled up to his parents' house after he sent me those crazy directions. That's where it started for me. When I pulled up to his parents' house and I saw this farmhouse and this massive bonfire, and there was a cow. There was the remains of a garden that his mom had planted, but I mean, it was late fall, so there wasn't much left. It did something. A seed was planted there for me. And it's taken us a long time to get out here. In March, we will have been married for 19 years, and we've lived here a little over a year. So it's taken us a long time to fulfill this dream, but we're excited. And we're excited for all the lessons that we're gonna keep learning. And like I said, the seeds that are gonna be planted, the gardens, the mistakes. We've already had many of those, and we've already experienced multiple deaths of animals. That takes a bit to get used to, especially for us tender-hearted people. And not all of our kids are that way, but we definitely have a few that are. It takes a little bit to process that. So yeah, thank you. We would be so incredibly honored if you subscribe to this and to this YouTube channel page. I don't even know the right terms to exactly say. I'm sure I'll learn those too. But if you subscribe and you share, it would really bless us. And then it will feel like you're on this journey with us. So stay tuned. There's a lot to come. There's a lot in the works. There's a lot to be learned. And we are excited. So until next time.